Nick is with BoltBeat.com and, of course, covers the San Diego Chargers. We'll grab him and talk with him about it. Nick, how are you? Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, doing great, guys. It's an honor. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Now, Nick, I was just we were talking about that Dallas San Francisco game last week, and so many San Francisco fans in the Dallas stadium. Do you have any word on if there's going to be a fair amount of 12s making the way to San Diego this weekend?
Absolutely. I guess actually I was flying back home from Seattle,
right?
And as I was passing the San Diego gate in the Seattle airport, there were numerous Seahawks fans making their way down to the America's finest city. So I would definitely expect there to be a good representation of Seahawks Nation down there in San Diego tonight at Qualcomm Stadium.
Okay,
Sunday night.
And it is still Qualcomm Stadium. That was the other thing I was wondering, is if it's still Qualcomm Stadium.
It is still Qualcomm Stadium.
Now I know that by way of your wife, you've got a connection to Seattle at this point. So did you get a good dose of the 12s when you were up here in the Northwest?
I did. I was very just impressed at the fanhood of Seattle. I mean, everywhere you see 12 flags, everywhere you see Seattle Seahawks stickers, jerseys, everywhere. It's just a football town. I was very impressed, and very classy fans as well. Yeah,
we're starting to grow up a little bit now. So now that we got a Super Bowl ring, we're starting to grow up a little bit with it. So we're definitely happy and happy that you had a good time up here in the Northwest. So getting back to your team, the San Diego Chargers, how are you feeling after the 1-point loss on Monday night to Arizona?
I guess the word I could use was gut-wrenching, frustrating, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some things that definitely could be worked on. Saw some good things as well, but our defense played better than some people thought. But at the same token, we made several mistakes that really cost us the ball game. It was a frustrating game, but hopefully we can learn from it.
Well, and moving forward into this week, how big of a deal? I know it's a big deal, but how big of a deal is it going to be to have Hardwick missing from center on that offensive line going to the IR for San Diego this week?
Oh, it's devastating. He's just the heart and soul of the offense. Been there for over a decade, and him and Phillip Rivers pretty much run this offense, and they're very in sync. They've been working together for so long. It's devastating, and people don't realize how influential and how critical it is to have a center on the offensive line who knows what's going on, who knows the plays, knows the reads. It's devastating. That's going to be a tough loss, tough pill to swallow for sure.
Now with the Seahawk fan, we saw this last week with Green Bay in the same situation where they had to start a rookie center since their veteran guy had gone down. Who's going to be starting for Hardwick this weekend?
Yeah, it's up in the air still. There's a couple of possibilities. They haven't. I'm not sure if they've named.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely going to be someone who hasn't seen a lot of action. It's still kind of up in the air still.
Now
it's just going to be a work in progress with the whole offensive line, really.
Now, is DJ Fluker, is he good to go this weekend?
From what I know, yes, he is good to go. I haven't seen anything as far as him being out for this game. It looks like as of now he's good to go.
So tell me what's being talked about down in San Diego as far as Phillip Rivers and this offense and what they're looking like here early in the season, and what do you feel like they've got to do against this Seattle defense to get some traction on Sunday?
Well, really, I think the main thing I gathered from watching the Seahawks and the Packers game is the Packers played the game not to lose. They didn't play to win. They played not to lose, and that's really, I think, what did the undoing for the Packers. And I think if the Chargers worry about playing aggressively, playing to win,
mm-hmm.
Challenging the defense of the Seahawks. We've heard all week how Rivers is going to challenge Richard Sherman instead of toss away from him like Aaron Rodgers did.
Right.
So I think if the Chargers consistently challenge the defense, play their game, don't plan around the secondary, but just play their game, and actually hopefully take advantage of maybe a lack of depth from the Seahawks secondary. I know they suffered a few injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just really execution is key. Just executing. That's what they did not do against the Cardinals. I think execution is key.
Now, I will say that on the defensive side of the ball, I'm a big fan of the Donald Butler down there with him at the University of Washington for a few years. But what do you like on that defensive side of the ball for San Diego at this point?
Oh, I love Eric. I'm a huge Eric Weddle fan. Just all-around great guy. I actually know him. He's just a great family guy, really about the team, and he gets those guys fired up. And as long as he's on the field, as long as he's playing and flying around and healthy, that defense will be in good shape. He's got the guys in line. I really like him. Yes, of course, I was really happy we were able to extend Butler in the offseason because we really enjoy having him as well. I think him and Weddle are the two just key cogs in that defense.
Mm-hmm.
And also the two additions in Flowers and Jason Verrett out of the draft. Really, things are looking up for the Chargers defense this year.
Moose Jaw, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm curious about your Notre Dame graduate that's down there. Didn't play last year. How is he playing on the field? But what are the fans? How are they reacting to him?
If you're referring to Manti Te'o, and we really enjoy having him here. The whole, just confusion and scandal, if you want to call it that, that was last year, two off seasons ago. Really, it's blown over. We've pretty much forgotten about it here. We love having him. He's a hard player. He plays injured all the time. It seems like he's hurt all the time, but he does his best to play through it. We really enjoy having him on the field. I mean, he's just a big physical presence in the middle of the defense. And if he can just stay healthy all season and play a full 60 minutes and a full 16 or the remainder of the season, that'll make a huge difference. We think he can make a huge difference in this offense for this year and in the years to come.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear.
Well, and I, watching him, a little bit on tape from last year, and then obviously the game this year. I mean, he just and some of the preseason games, obviously as well. He just looks like he fits in. I mean, he looks like he fits into that defense, and he looks comfortable in the NFL. So I think you're right, Nick. I think you've got something that's going to pay some dividends for quite a few years. But Nick, we're looking forward to it. 1:00 on Sunday afternoon, this baby kicks off. So we're definitely looking forward to it, and appreciate you coming on the show today.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. It was an honor, and we're looking forward to a hard-fought football game on Sunday. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. There goes Nick Lee from BoltBeat.com.